Inspired by the Shakespeare classic Romeo and Juliette and set in New York City, the show-stopping music and dance scenes, focused around social conflict, marked a turning point in American musical theatre. This staging is a major coup for director Matthew Wilde.
Now, Matthew, you're absolutely fearless when it comes to taking an iconic production and showcasing it locally. What enticed you about this one?
Well, there are a few musicals as iconic as West Side Story. It's been one of the world's most popular musicals ever since the very famous movie. And it was really an incredibly exciting opportunity to create a brand new production of the piece, an all-South African production, and do something new and exciting with it.
The original story was written about 60 years ago, but still very popular today. Why do you think that is?
I think the content of this musical is going to be popular forever. It's an updating of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliette story, such a universal story. And in this context, it's about gang warfare, about two gangs who've been warring for some time. And the two young lovers, Tony and Maria, who fall madly in love with each other the moment that they meet each other, and try to find a way to be together despite the fact that they're from opposite sides of the track, as it were.
The leading love interests are played by substantial talents Jonathan Rocksmith of Handful of Keys fame and international soprano, top-billing presenter search finalist, and now popular Pacella presenter Lynelle Kennard.
Suns and moons all over the place. Tonight, tonight, the world is wild and bright, going mad, shooting sparks into space. Tonight.
Wow, guys, that sounds incredible. Now listen, when it comes to iconic productions, this one is right up there. What's it like being a part of it?
Oh my gosh, I think I have to pinch myself every day when I think about the level of artistry that I'm working with. The cast is incredible and the story is timeless. I mean, yeah, you can't get past how magical it is to put something like this on stage.
The songs are obviously very familiar. I would imagine, though, that you still had to work to get them down.
The show starts. Everybody knows that already. And then a few minutes later, you go into the next scene, which is Something's Coming. And it's a song I've done in some of my other shows for years now. And you think you know how to sing that song until you put it in context, and the whole thing changes. And you know, that comes in and people go, oh, I know exactly what he's going to do. And you have to challenge them on that. Because a few minutes later, they're getting yet another hit. And we were sitting with the score, and you look at it and you go, that's a hit, that's a hit, that's a hit. Everybody knows these songs. And by the time you get to, everybody knows what's going on. And we sit in rehearsal all the time going, we can't give them what they expect. We have to change it to keep them in the story, not, oh, this is my favorite song. And it's to break that's difficult.
I feel charming, oh so charming. It's alarming how charming I feel. And so pretty that I hardly can believe I'm real.
Tell me about your character.
Maria is such a fun character. She is inexperienced, but so eager to just immerse herself in this new world. And with the promise of new love, she just really flowers. Of course, the role, if you know the story, it takes a tragic twist, but that just gives me the freedom of exploring different sides of the character and challenging myself.
Lynelle was discovered in the same year as Jonathan Boynton Lee on Presenter Search 2012. Holding her own in a performance alongside superstar Katherine Jenkins. Both her parents were there to enjoy it, though her mum Christine was not well.
I must say it's been a tough one because this is the first role that I'm doing since my mom passed away, which obviously is recent and quite traumatizing still. But I'm dedicating the role to her, and just dealing with loss on stage has given me the opportunity to channel my grief in such a positive way. And yeah, the Fugard Theatre has been amazing in just supporting me, and they said to me that we'll be keeping a seat open for her on opening night in the front row. So it's going to be something really special.
I feel stunning and entrancing, feel like running and dancing.
Joining Lynelle singing some of the most loved hits in musical history is Idols and Naledi Award winner Bianca LaGrange, who plays Maria's best friend Anita. Bianca is a judge on a new national talent show, but wasn't about to turn down an opportunity to star in West Side Story.
When I will go back to San Juan, when will you shut up and get gone?
The film version of the musical, with its incredible songs by Bernstein and Sondheim, won 10 Oscars and has been described as the greatest musical of all time.
I'm not surprised to see you in the show because this is a production that calls for brilliance. You must be so excited.
I'm over the moon, I am. Brilliance, yes, it takes a lot. Physical, mental, even soul. I have to put my soul into this role.
Tell me about your character.
I play Anita, who is the love interest of Bernardo, who is the leader of the Sharks gang. She is feisty, she's sexy, she's sophisticated, and she's the best friend of Maria, who is the sister of Bernardo, her love interest.
I would imagine it's a very challenging role as well.
To sing, dance, and act at the same time, and put an accent on top of that, it's heavy.
I'd love to hear some of that accent. Let's hear it.
They say I sound like that chick of Modern Family, but I don't think so because I don't look like her. I'm the only Bianca LaGrange.
But she can't sing.
Yeah, I know that chick can sing, she can act though, and she got beautiful up here, very beautiful.
With an impressive cast of 40 and the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra playing live, the dance numbers are a sight and sound to behold. But this isn't Nico's strong suit, so he moved along. A skill set he could share in with a stylized fight sequences of Presenter Search on 3 top 5 finalist, actor and performer Chris Jafter. They've been choreographed by Richard Lothian.
Nice one. Shot. Thank you.
Hey guys,
Nico, what's happening, brother?
Nice.
Cool.
Very cool. Impressive fight sequence there, gents. Chris, do you get to dance as well?
I do plenty of dancing, but my character calls for a lot of stunts and action and fight work, so who better to teach me than this man over here?
Cheers, bud.
Richard, how different is fight choreography for theatre compared to, say, for film?
It's quite a different beast. On film, I mean, of course, you've got takes and you can really focus on one little piece of action at a time. Whereas here, we've got 35 people on stage at any one time. There's lots of different fights happening all over the place. And instead of having a camera that works with you to catch those action scenes, you know, you kind of have to play it for a whole audience. So it's a bit of a trick, but we're managing.
Well, Chris, singer, dancer, actor, even presenter, as we now know, multi-talented guy you are.
One of the similarities between presenting and theatre work is the fact that you have to be prepared for every eventuality, and that means practice. So the minute something goes wrong, you just need to be able to flow with it because you'll be performing in front of a live audience and just kind of hope for the best.
Listen, I'm a terrible dancer. Hopefully my fighting skills are a little better. I'd love to try that sequence you guys were working on.
I reckon we'll put you through a paces. Step right up.
Right, take your stunt man on.
Jack it off.
There you go. Into
right.
fighter stance.
So,
All right. You're going to go left jab, hook, take the action. Boom.
This dramatic and energetic production, performed by some of your favourite stars, is on at the Artscape Opera House until the 23rd of August.
What's up, West Side? West Side.
The real OG.